Hello, dosto. How are you? So, a lot of you people are thinking about how to cover your entire Group 1 CA final in 30 days. So, here I am. I have brought you something that you can use it to cover your entire 30-day plan. So, let's see what it is. First of all, first 7 days we will cover with audit because audit is such subject it is difficult to recall, but still you have to do it at any cost. So in audit, first we have to focus on model test papers. Why I am focusing more on model test paper is you will use it to cover all the topics and you will able to jump from one topic to another, which will help you in exam as well. Because if you are solving one chapter, for example, if you are solving only standard essay 220, suppose, so you will only do essay 220. You will not able to jump from essay 220 to essay 570 or to professional ethics or something like that. So we'll focus more on model test paper. After that, we'll also focus on flow of answers. For example, essay have a specific type of pattern of answer. If we see, first we'll write the essay number, name, and then we'll explain a little provision, and then we'll conclude the answer in the last part. So we have to focus on the answer part, how the flow of answer is going. It is different for PE, it is different from for non-essay chapters. So focus on from point of view of paper solving. If you have a question paper in your hand, what type of answer you will write in your exam, the focus should be on that, so that you will able to shift from one topic to another very quickly. Next is you will cover small topics first. You have to prioritize your topics. I'm not telling that skip any topic. I'm just telling that you have ABC analysis. All the teachers have given. So use that and prioritize your uh, topics. For example, if you are prioritizing non-essay topics like banking or PSU or uh, ESCSDG, so focus on that and then you will shift to uh, essay part. But if you are focusing first on PE, focus and cover it in a chunk, like for example a CA Act, cover only that part. Then in second chunk you will only cover the schedule part. Then in third chunk you will cover the guidance notes and other part. So you have to prioritize what is more important. For example, if you see audit paper, you will have to write multiple answers. You will get multiple answers for multiple questions. So try to focus and try to prioritize which chapters you are covering first. Next is day 8 to day 15, we will cover AFM. AFM because audit you have to do daily. What at what cost? It has to be daily. But AFM is such a topic, such subject that you can score more in this. From past trends, we have seen that AFM paper is moderate to easy level, so we can cover as much as we can, but focus on small topics first, such as uh, mutual funds, mergers and acquisition, etc., so that you have to cover it quickly in terms of time. If you are solving a 5 mark question, give it, finish it maximum in 7 to 8 minutes. That's all. For big topic, cover it in parts. For example, derivative, if you are covering, you have to break it down in 3 to 4 parts and then cover it. If you are covering forex, then first easy topics you will cover, then you will cover arbitrage, then similar kind of thing. And you have to solve more model test paper. Again, I am focusing on model test paper because it is consolidation of all the MTP, RTP, and previous year papers for old syllabus, which is mostly relevant to the current syllabus as well. But that level of you can't solve all the uh, papers, but still you have to try to cover at least 7 to 8 papers minimum for AFM, so that you will able to jump from one to another question and focus on accuracy more. That will help a lot. Next is day 15 to day 20. Here we have to revise and practice audit. How we will cover? Here we have to pick MTPs, RTPs, and past year question papers, because first we have covered model test papers, which has become your base for solving the papers. So you already have covered 50% of the practice questions of RTP, MTP, and previous paper, which will help you to boost your confidence also. Next, again, focus on answer presentation. Answer presentation does not only means the section of answer. Like, you have to also focus on your handwriting. You also have to focus on the language you are using in audit. Audit, you can use generalized language, but certain lines, I'm not telling certain words, I'm telling certain lines, you have to put it as it is. For example, name of standard, for example, clause number and name, you have to put it as it is. So focus more on that part instead of just writing it just a reference of p clause or something like that. Next is, when you solve MTP RTP, you can follow this for moral test paper as well, where you have to see marks allocation. You can also use YouTube videos for that as well. There are multiple YouTube videos. People have shared their answer sheet and how the ICAI has given the marks. But still, you have to focus more on allocation, mark allocation possibility, so that you will understand for which part you are getting how many marks. For example, in case of PE question, if you have written correct clause number and clause name, you can get 1 or 1.5 marks as well. In certain cases, you will get 2 marks as well. But in some cases, for conclusion part, they'll give more marks. You can get it when you see the marks allocation possibility. You can assess it from that base as well. Next is day 20 to day 25. Here we will cover AFM part. Here we have to basically revise plus practice. So practice, obviously, MTP, RTP, past year papers. Focus more on accuracy of numbers. AFM is all about numbers and theory, but in numbers also, a lot of time it has happened with me as well, that you have calculated something on your calculator, but still you are copying different number from calculator to your answer sheet. This has happened lot of time and it has deducted my marks a lot of time as well. So focus more on accuracy of numbers and writing it in the answer sheet as well. You cannot solve only based on calculator. This is not a MCQ paper. We have to write it down. So focus more on writing the numbers properly. If you are writing in points, focus where 3 digits are required, where 4 digits are required. For example, if you are solving forex question, you have to write in 4 digits, but if you are solving some kind of uh, interest calculation, you can write two numbers, 2 digits as well. So focus on that. Mark the mark the point which are LDR. For example, in theory as well, if you are covering AFM theory, then you have to focus on LDR topics. For example, if you are focusing on securitization, there are pointers in that. Focus more on heading, but it's not necessary that you are only writing heading and you will get marks. No, you have to use keywords, you have to use lines as it is if possible. But in AFM, even if you write it in general sense and your keywords are correct, definitely you can get 4 on 4 marks. So focus on LDR topics. Don't skip AFM theory at any cost. Focus entire theory of AFM. Remember that. Next is phase 5, where we will focus only on FR, because uh, you will be near to exams, like 5 to 7 days to FR paper. I am giving more time to FR, like 7 to 8 days. I'll focus because you need time for FR, because if one first paper is damn good, then definitely you will focus more on other papers as well. So uh, prepare that your first paper should be bang on, and you should be able to score 60 plus. How we will see that? For FR, uh, first 2 days we will cover big chapters, for example financial instrument, for example share based payment, for example business combination and consolidation. Out of these topics, 109 and 102, that is financial instrument and share based payments, these two topics will definitely come in exam. So try to focus. If you see FR past few papers, you will understand that question number 2A is always financial instrument. One question will be from share based payment. So focus more on accuracy. Like if the question is of 10 marks, you have to get 10 on 10, and it is possible. So for question number 2, definitely they will ask a bigger question where you will have to calculate interest part or present value calculation, and then again amortization table, and also the journal entry part. So focus these types of question for question number 2. For other questions, like for example 109 also comes in question number 6. So if you are focusing on that, try to focus on small questions, for example present value calculation, LAT table, or some medium size like 4 marks question, 3 marks question, or 5 marks question. So focus on that, you will get definitely good marks in this. For share based payments, you have to focus on conceptual clarity as well as your accuracy. In share based payment, you have to check the years, the date on which date you are considering. So focus more on that, and also the accuracy part, whether you are doing it 2 by 3, 4 by 3, what year you are considering, what amounts you are putting. Also the journal entry part in share based payment, whether it is equity based or cash, but focus more on that. It will definitely give you 8 on 8 marks for sure. Business combination and consolidation, for this I have some biased about this. uh, for question number 6 or other topics like small chunk where you have to calculate PC, or where you have to calculate the small part, for example reserves, you have to calculate the pre and post acquisition reserves. So up to 6 to 8 marks it will cover in uh, question number 6 or in MCQs as well. But for bigger chunk, I will prefer you to cover it later part, because it will take lot of time and you will not solve it immediately. So focus more on smaller chunk in business combination and consolidation. The next is day 3 and day 4, where you will cover the asset part of index, where for example index 16, 36, 38, that these are asset chunk like PPE, intangible asset. In other topics as well, focus more on calculation part. FR is all about numbers and calculation. So presentation is more important in FR, how you are presenting the answer. Mm, For example, in Ind AS 16, if you are calculating depreciation for 7 years, you have to present it properly. You just can't write the formula, or you just can't write the numbers and done with the answer. No, focus on how the answer is presented so that you can score more in that. FR, you can, it is possible that you can score out of marks in uh, these types of questions, for example 16, 38, or 40 as well. So these are like more of theory plus practical part, but you can score out of in this. For remaining essays, I will prefer you to do some of in audit basis or the LDR questions only, because these topics are like, it will come in exam, but you can cover it in due course of uh, studies as well. So focus more on these first, this chunk, asset chunk, and then you can focus on others. Here also, I will again focus on model test paper RTP of last 4 attempts. Why I am telling that? Because model test paper also includes MTP, RTP past papers. If you see the model test papers of ICAI, definitely you can tell that these questions are from previous year RTPs, previous year MTPs, and previous year papers as well. So that's why I'm more focusing on model test paper and RTP, because we have seen the past trends that last 4 year RTPs are important and questions can come from this. Important tips: audit cover at least 5 questions from different topics daily. How? I'll tell you. 2 questions from essays. Essays in the sense SQC1 to essay 700 series. Only 2 questions daily you have to cover. You cannot repeat the same questions. You have to select different types of questions or from different topics of questions. For example, on day one you have covered say 570, so next day you can cover 560 or 530 as well. So focus from multiple chapters. You know the important essays which are there, so focus more on that instead of the small essays, because this will give you marks. Next is other than essays. From other essays, for example, 800 series, 2000 series, 3000, 4000 series. These are where definitely the question will come from these topics. So if you focus more on this topic, it is possibility that you can get out of marks in this. I'm not telling that you can get out of marks in essays question, but I can definitely tell you that in 800 series to 2000, 3000, 4000 series, definitely you can get out of marks in these topics. So focus clearly. You don't have to ratify this topics, mug up, don't mug up, but at least try to recall all the points, all the key points. If possible, you can select 2 to 3 lines which you can remember entirely. That will help you boost your confidence and score as well. Next is one question from professional ethics. One question from professional ethics means you have to switch daily. First day, if you are covering from C Act, second day you have to cover from Schedule 1. Next day you have to cover from Schedule 2. Next day you have to cover from uh, guidance notes questions. By this way, you can definitely cover entire topic in a month. So you don't have to focus entirely at one point. We are just splitting this so that it will help you. Next is one question from remaining topic. Remaining topic because there are some topics, for example, banking and NBFC. It is huge topic, but uh, the questions will come from these topics as well. So if you cover, like for example, PSU, you can get out of marks in PSU as well. You can cover ESG, where you can score if you know the exact points, you can definitely score 4 on 4 in these topics as well. So these topics will help you score in MCQs as well. So focus from that point of view. Remember one thing: approach should be exam based, not syllabus based. I'm telling you, syllabus completion is not a goal. We have to clear the exam. So your approach should be, if this question comes in exam, what is my approach? This is what you have to think, and that's how you have to study for next 30 days. This will definitely help you boost your mindset. This will definitely boost your confidence as well, so that in exam, if any question comes, it will not be surprise for you, because you have covered a hell lot of uh, questions and you have covered all the syllabus. So don't worry about that. One last thing: no goal is greater than the courage of a person. The loser is the only one who does not fight for the goal. Our goal is to become a chartered accountant, and if you don't fight for it, you will be a loser. So fight for your success, fight for your studies, focus on everything, cover entire topics, cover as much as it is possible. You will definitely become a CA. So with this, thank you all. Subscribe to my channel and stay there. Bye.